What's going on, guys? It's your big boy RNJ2DC, and I'm back in the house with another brand new video. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to react to one of the most hated vegans of all time. Probably not this person only, but there are plenty of other vegans out there who are getting a lot of hate. So we're going to react to this vegan teacher. Just to bring everything to a little bit of understanding, I did remember this vegan teacher, or this vegan psychopath. She is basically, I think, in her 50s, maybe 56 years old if I'm not mistaken, and she does all these TikTok videos where she promotes veganism, and she promotes like eating animals is wrong and this and that. She even goes to McDonald's and tells that they are murderers and then they are this and that. I mean, she became famous for doing dumb stuff like that. Well, just a little bit of heads up. I'm a Christian. A lot of people will say that Jesus was vegan, he's not. But let's just cut the BS right here and let's just go straight to the video and understand what's happening. Because apparently this teacher, I'm not even gonna say her name teacher, apparently this vegan is going bananas with this. And let's just see what she says about Christianity, alright?
Good morning, everybody.
I don't care.
How are you today?
Very good. I'm about to roast you.
I decided to come over to church. Yeah, it's super early in the morning. I just threw on a sweater and I rode on my bike over here because I wanted to
You should not wear a sweater to church,
Everybody
woman.
told me,
I mean, you should dress properly.
Jesus is the way to go.
Amen.
Through Jesus,
He's the
all
way
good
to-
will happen.
He's
So
the way,
I
the
came
truth,
to
and the
talk to
light.
him. There's only one little problem.
What's the problem?
He's stuck.
What do you mean?
He can't move. I said, Jesus, how's it going? Are you able to help us? He said, I can't help you. I said, why not? He said, because I'm trapped. I'm trapped. They wrapped me up in gold and stuck me here and I can't even move. I'm
You
like,
do
"Oh my
realize the
God,
Bible
poor you.
says
How is it-
that
how-
Jesus
how
lives
do you
within
feel?"
us,
He said,
okay?
terrible. He said,
he's
I'm
not a
supposed to be
statue.
helping people, and I can't move at all. I don't even know what the hell's going on in the
Jesus
world.
is not
I said, what do you mean you don't
trapped
know?
in a
Like,
statue,
people are,
okay? He's
fish
sitting at the
animals,
right
and
hand
they're
of
trying to
God,
contact
okay?
you
He's
and ask you
up
for
on his
help.
throne.
I said,
Don't be a
factory
moron,
farming is
okay?
terrible right now, and we need help to help all these animals. He said to me, what's factory farming? I said, you don't know what factory farming is?
What the heck are you talking about?
So
Jesus
we
would
have,
never
like,
say anything like
billions
this.
of animals trapped in cages
You do realize
in
Jesus is
Holocaust-like
resurrected, right?
conditions, just like what the Nazis
He can
did-
see
did
everything.
to
He
the
knows what's
Jews.
going
And he
on.
said, what do you mean? What? Who? I said, the Nazis, what they did to the Jews. He says, I don't know what's going on. I said, well,
What?
What do you mean you don't know what's going on? I said, here, take
Okay.
my cell phone, have a look.
Whatever.
I'll show you some footage of what happened in World War II and how they're doing the same thing to pigs right now. They put them in gas chambers. He's like, I don't know what a gas chamber is. I'm stuck here with my hands up in the air. And they wrapped me in gold. And I thought that would be a good idea. They thought that would be like a good way to honor me. He said, well, I can't help anybody anymore. I said, oh my God. So what are we supposed to do
Don't
then?
take the
He said,
Lord's
you
name
can
in
try
vain,
and talk
okay?
to God directly
Don't do
and
that.
just, go in the church. Maybe the priest will be able to help you. I said, priest? Okay, I'll try it out. So I went in there and I tried to talk to the priest. I said, hey, listen, we need a vegan world. There are billions of animals suffering and the
We
planet
need a
too is
vegan
suffering.
world?
The earth is suffering.
No, we don't need a
The
vegan
carbon
world.
footprint
I want to continue
of
eating
animal
meat,
agriculture
okay? I
is
love
terrible.
meat.
And the priest said, oh, yeah, is it? I said, what do you mean? You don't know? They said, well, yeah, I guess we do know, but we don't know what to do about it. I said, well, are you guys all vegan in here? And he said,
What?
I don't know, why don't you have a cup of coffee and we'll talk about it. He said, would you like some milk with your coffee? I said, milk? No, I don't want cow's milk in my coffee. And he said, well, that's all we got. I said, but this is church. You should have vegan milks. Don't you have some soy?
Which, if this is church, you should, of course it's a church. What the hell do you think we do? But you should have, we are not obliged to cater to every Tom, Dick and Harry out there, okay? If you're a vegan, stick to your vegan diet, stick to your issues. Don't give us more problems, okay? I mean, yes, if there may be one or two vegans in church, we do have a separate, buffet where we actually cater to the vegans. But just because, you guys don't eat meat and you guys, don't take animal products and plant-based products, you probably eat grass as well, doesn't mean we want you can just force your vegan theology on us, okay? You gotta stop that, okay? I mean, attacking people who eat meat is one thing, it's getting very annoying, but attacking people's belief just for the sake of your theology, for vegan theology, that's just rubbish. And comparing to the Holocaust is the worst. You cannot compare, vegans' animal cruelty to the Holocaust. It's completely different, okay? Hitler was not a nice guy. He basically just commanded to execute 3 million Jews, okay? And the other numbers are also from Christianity, from other people as well. And you're telling me that animal cruelty is the worst one among all? Look at all the wars humanity has started for hundreds of years. You're gonna compare animal cruelty recently to human destruction? Are you that dumb, woman? Oh my goodness, let's just watch and see what happens.
soy milk and some oat milk. He said, well,
I
they
like
sound
soy milk
interesting.
actually,
I don't have
but
them, but
that
should I get
we
some?
only
I said,
drink that
"Of
during a
course
hot
you
day.
should get some." I said, look at this big place. You guys are supposed to be a place of worship and of love. And he said, well, yeah.
Yes, we are a place of worship, of
And
course.
then a nun came along and she said, oh, I heard about this vegan thing. She said, isn't that what
Okay, I want to be very honest with everybody here, okay? Pastors and priests and nuns or whoever who works in a church or serves in a church, we're not stupid people, okay? We know what's going on. We know who are the vegans. We know who are the LGBT people. We also know a lot of what the world, okay? We do read the news. We do keep ourselves updated. But the theology still remains the same. The word of the Lord never changes, alright? God still remains the same yesterday, today, and He still remains the same forevermore. His word never changes. It will not cater to only the vegans. It will not only cater only to the LGBTs. God's word remains intact. It remains the truth, and it will remain the same for thousands and infinity years to come, alright? Do not play the fool here. Just because you're a vegan, we're not going to cater to you. We're not going to change the Bible because of you. We're not going to change our diet because of you. You like something, you do it, okay? Means that just because you are doing it, okay, doesn't mean you can force us to do it, okay? And doesn't mean you can apply your theology to us just because of one person getting so worked up because you're a vegan. You're not going to change us, okay?
you don't eat animals? I said, well, that's vegetarian. You don't want to just be vegetarian. You want to be vegan.
Not really. Vegetarians actually do eat meat. I've seen vegetarians, they do eat eggs. I've seen vegetarians, they do eat certain animals. But if you're going to talk about vegans, they really don't eat anything that is animal product like cheese, milk, and so forth. Meats, of course, they don't take. They only eat plant-based products like maybe vegan sausages, vegan chicken. It's funny because they're not supposed to eat any meat, but they have vegan food catered to look like meat. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of very dumb and funny at the same time because they know they can't eat the meat that is today, but they can make replica of meat, you know, from plants and from seeds or whatever they can find, and then make it look like meat, which is disgusting. Like I've heard of this thing called a vegan turkey or vegetarian turkey. Like the whole turkey is made out of tofu, and it's very weird for me because I've never seen anything like that and I don't want to see it. But either way, let's just continue.
Vegan. And I said to them, would you understand the difference? And the priest said, not really, actually. So I
She
said,
is
"Oh my
just
God.
making up
Well,
rubbish.
you know,
This is not
let me
true.
start to explain to you a little
I don't think she even
bit.
talked
So
to
what
anybody
happens
here.
is in the animal
I know she
industry,
didn't talk to the
what they do is
priest.
they
I know she didn't
murder
talk to the
baby
nun.
boy
I
chicks at
most
birth
certainly
because
know
they
she
can't
didn't
lay
talk to
eggs, see?
Jesus.
And
Because
they
none
said,
of what she's
"Why would
saying
you
is
do that?"
true.
I said, I don't know. It's
All
absolutely
this is just a
horrible.
made-up story,
I said,
you know.
"But
This
that's
is all a
right.
made-up
You guys
story. I
shouldn't
think
be
she
eating
just
eggs anymore."
she
And
just
so the
made
nun said, "Oh my God, I didn't
a
even
random
know that."
story up just to
I
make
said,
for the sake of a
exactly, most
video.
people
You
don't
know what I'm saying?
She said, okay, I won't eat eggs anymore. And then the priest said, well, what else? What else should we know about? I said, well, did you know, they put these pigs in gas chambers at 6 months old. They're just babies. They put 200 of them on a truck and they murder them. And the priest said, what? I said, I know.
That's what I
Most
said.
people don't even know what goes on. I said, that's what bacon is. That's what ham is. That's what sausage is.
Oh, and it's delicious
So the
too.
priest said, I don't think I should be eating that anymore. I said, oh my God, I'm so happy to hear that. I said, but what about all the other stuff? I mean, do you wear leather? He says, well, I have leather shoes. I said, well, don't do that.
Well, I do have leather shoes, and I
Skin
don't.
of an
And
animal.
honestly,
It's not
I
right
love
to
my
take
leather
the
shoes.
skin
I'm
of
not
an
giving up
animal.
my leather shoes
And
just
he
for
said,
your
"Yeah,
happiness.
You're right, that doesn't sound too nice." And so then another nun came up and started joining us, and she said, "This sounds like a really interesting conversation." She said,
No, what?
my sister is vegan actually, and
What?
she never really talked about it that way. She just sort of eats a bunch of plants." I said, "Well, she's probably not a real vegan because real vegans talk about the animals. See, being a vegan is about animals and protecting them."
No, vegan is about you shutting the hell up and you eat your own food, meaning that you eat your plant-based crap and we carnivores eat whatever we want, and that includes eating bacon, ham, sausages, oh god, that's delicious, and living our life happily. Vegans, you do what you do, but if you're going to keep protesting, no one's going to pay attention. This is why a lot of people hate vegans. Because you do stupid stuff like this. You protest and then you shout, you yell, you condemn people. No wonder you're not getting anywhere, because nobody wants to care what you say. If the more you keep shouting, the more you keep condemning our beliefs and our way of life and our theology, then then no wonder people are going to continue doing what they're doing. They're going to be eating meat for the rest of their lives. So you can shout to the heavens, you can shout to the streets, you can even shout at McDonald's or even all those Whole Food sales malls, wherever you want to get your products, because no one's listening to you. I'm not listening to you. I'm just watching this video for the sake of roasting you, okay?
So then another man came up and said, "Well, you got, I heard the word vegan. Don't you, is it vegan or vegan?" And I said, "Well, old people used to call it vegan, but we call it vegan." And she said,
Okay,
"Oh,
I don't know if that was a joke,
And
but that was
and
not
she
funny.
Said, so what are we supposed to do? So now I have like 3 nuns and I have a priest in front of me, and I said, "Well, everybody should be talking about veganism in your church.
No,
you should be
no,
serving
no.
plant milks and
There is no such thing that we talk about veganism in our church. We talk about people who want to fast and pray. Fasting is what we normally do. But when you talk about veganism, we normally don't talk about that, because why should we talk about that? I mean, as what I said, you do what you do, we'll do what we'll do. And fasting is one of the ways we can actually help.
when you have potlucks, it should only be vegan stuff." And they said, "Okay, well, we could try." And I said,
No.
and listen, also don't forget that to tell your parishioners that being vegan is healthy for all stages of development. You can be healthy when you're a baby and as a vegan, because we're all born vegan." And they said, what do you mean?
We're not born vegan, we're born sinners, okay? I don't know what the heck you are talking about. I'm pretty sure your mother who gave birth to you probably ate a lot of chicken and a lot of meat to process that into your tummy, you know? I mean, that umbilical cord, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I mean, really, I don't want to be mean, but at the same time, I don't want to care as well, because honestly, I used to be vegan, in the sense that I used to hate eating chicken curries and eating shrimp and shellfish and so forth. But then it came to a point where I was like, my health was not improving, because I was very skinny, I was very like thin. I weigh about 60 kgs, which is actually quite bad. So what happened was, as I started eating slowly of chicken and beef and mutton and meat and shrimp and shellfish, oh boy, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with eating meat, and I gave up being vegan on the spot. And I devoted myself to just eat and be a carnivore for the rest of my life. I am not going back to veganism. It did not improve my health, okay? Some people are weak when they're vegan, and some people are healthy when they're vegan. So it's my choice. I choose not to be a vegan. I choose to eat meat because it's good for my body, okay? Jesus fed 5,000 people, okay? So he fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves and 2 fish, okay? Jesus didn't feed 5 loaves and 2 tofus, okay? He fed with 2 fishes, okay? It's a big deal, alright? And Jesus also had disciples who are fishermen. So they, of course, are not vegans. They eat fish, alright? And I'm pretty sure they eat a lot of meat too.
You mean we're born vegan? I said, "Well, when you come out of your mom, you never wanted to hurt animals, right?" They're like, "Right?"
Of
So
course I
said,
don't hurt
"That means you're
animals.
vegan.
But at the same
You're
time, I
born
gotta eat.
vegan, and your mother's milk.
I'm not
your
the one who's
mother's
gonna
milk
kill them.
is So then they said, "I never thought of it that way." I said, "Yeah, exactly. Would you ever go underneath a cow and just start sucking? Just like that?"
What are you
You have a
talking?
cup?
We don't suck
They all
the
started
cow. We
laughing.
milk
They
it.
said,
Okay, that's a different thing. Are you stupid
no,
or what?
I guess not. I said, "Well, exactly, right? So it doesn't make any sense. We shouldn't be drinking
No, you don't
milk
make
from
any
another
sense.
species, and we shouldn't be drinking milk from,
No, I'm gonna
just
drink milk.
babies
Milk is
anymore."
good for me. It's good for my
So then
bones.
this
It's full of
other priest
calcium.
came out,
It keeps me very
and he
healthy,
started
and I
saying,
love milk in my coffee
listen,
and tea.
I've been hearing a little bit about what you're talking about, and I think that we should have a whole sermon about this. But we need some vegan
No.
music. Do you have any?
We
songs?
will
I said,
never
"Do I
have
any
a
songs?
sermon
I have tons of
for
songs.
vegans,
I can come and sing with
because
you guys." And he said,
we will
"That would be
definitely
so cool. How about you join the choir?"
Piss a lot of people
And I
off.
said, "Well, I love singing in a choir. Oh my God, that would be a dream come true. You mean you'll sing my vegan songs here? Like, we can sing about changing your religion all the time?" And they said,
Did you say changing your religion all the time? What?
"Well, wait, what?" And I said, "Well, because I change my religion all the time. 'Cause sometimes I'm Catholic, and sometimes I think it's not so great to be Catholic. Like, you guys have done some weird stuff, some of you priests, to those kids, like those boys."
Okay, this is where this is why people hate you, because you firstly you say that you change religions all the time, So you can be a Catholic, you can be a Christian, you can be a Muslim, you can become a Hindu and so forth. But to tell examples like that, that Catholic churches, they have some issues with sexualizing young kids. I mean, why are you condemning the Catholic Church? It's one thing to say about you changing your religion, because honestly, if you're a person who change religion all the time, then I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be very mean, but I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be very difficult for you, because you're gonna be confused. You're gonna be lost in everything of whatever religion you follow. And third, you're not gonna know the truth, because the Bible says, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." And the Bible mentions that Jesus himself said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." So you shall know Jesus, and only Jesus can set you free. Jesus is the only way to help people in dire situation. Now, I'm pretty sure this woman, she says that she changed her religion all the time, and I'm pretty sure that she has actually made stupid mistakes before, but changing your religion all the time for the sake of your own happiness, you gotta be a complete moron.
Also have sometimes you have some strange views about the LGBTQ community, you know?
Yeah, because it's a sin. LGBTQ is a sin. Sodom and Gomorrah was known as the gay city, okay, and God had to destroy it. God had to rain fire from heaven to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And not to mention is that you cannot, as I said, you cannot say that, oh, just because we have a different view of LGBT doesn't mean that we are evil people. It's true. The Bible says it's a sin, okay? Maybe other religions, they believe that LGBT is okay. I mean, but they're wrong. They're wrong. LGBTQ and plus whatever you call it, it's still bad. It's a sin. It's a movement that's dedicated to identifying themselves as what they think they are. Like, they think that all their problems will just, this movement is very stupid. They think that all their problems will just go away if you and I were to pretend that they were the gender that they say to be. Like, I can become a cow, so I'm a cow. My gender is a cow. Like, if you believe you're a snake, then you can believe you're a snake. Like, if I'm a boy, and if I suddenly say I'm a girl, you have to accept me for who I am. That's the stupidest thing ever. I mean, if there are only two genders, okay? It's either male or female, and you're either one of them. But if you're a male and if you try to change your gender, just because you can do things legally, doesn't mean they're correct biologically. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can do something like change your gender by doing like surgery, doesn't mean it's correct. Doesn't mean biologically you are still you are still transformed. You are still the same biologically as a boy. If you're a boy, you change to a girl, it doesn't matter what you think, you are still a boy. Regardless whether you change your sex or not, you are still considered the same gender that you are born with.
We should protect them, and you know, we should be loving to everybody. And they said, yeah, well, we personally agree with that, but
personally,
you know, it's a bit touchy. I said, well, look, let's stick to the things that we have in common. So you agree that we shouldn't be hurting animals, right? And they said yes. I said, so you don't want to wear leather anymore, you're not going to buy the skin of baby cows anymore, and you agree that we should start to serve only veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, just to only put those in our shopping cart. Do you agree?
No.
Because peace begins on our plates, so we have to open up our hearts.
Peace begins on our plates? Who wrote this quote? Must be some messed up guy who got really brainwashed into veganism. Dude, this is disgusting. I mean, I don't know if I want to continue this video. I mean, it's just so much rubbish she's speaking. Peace to the plate. Wow. Wow,
and
okay,
said,
whatever.
That's a cool rhyme. Yeah, we agree with that.
That's not a good
oh
rhyme.
My God, this is so great. All right, so when do we start? They said, well, come
Peace
and
begins
join
on
the
a
choir.
plate.
I said, actually, I kind of write
That
some
is
songs,
stupid.
you know, so maybe we could sing some of my songs in church. And they said, well, yeah, absolutely. I said, I've got one. Change your religion like you change your underwear. Change your religion, show God that you really care. And they sort of stopped me and they said, well, do you have any others? I said, sure. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Change your religion like you change your underwear? What the heck is wrong with her? Why would you compare changing your religion like you're changing your underwear? Okay. That's like saying change your religion like you change your sex. That's like changing religion like you can change a baby's diaper. I mean, what the heck is wrong with this woman? Where did she get all these quotes and songs from? And by the way, this is actually the most hated vegan out there. Just to point that out. She's the most hated vegan activist out there.
Well, yeah, I have others.
That's a very stupid
you know,
song.
Singing about underwear in church.
Change your religion like you change your underwear.
Don't they?
That means you're condemning the Christianity by saying that we are the filth of the earth. Well, let me tell you something, woman. You're actually considered a moron because you keep changing your religion like you change your underwear. So you're basically the filth of all of it.
He said, well, yeah, well, the nun said, oh, well, I'd be fine with that. She's like,
No, 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 no.
Anyway, to make a
that
long
is
story
wrong.
short,
This is a
wasn't that
really
bad.
stupid
I was
story
expecting
she
it to
just
be a lot worse.
made up.
I
She
told them about poor
cooked up
Jesus
this
over
story
here, how
like
he's
she
stuck in
cooked
heaven
up
and gold, and
from
they
the
said,
back
yeah,
of her
that was
vegan
the old
home, you know.
parishioners who did
It's
that.
just
They
so
decided to
stupid.
stick him in there. I said, well, now he can't really help us.
This
He
just
said,
feels
well,
like
you know,
something
that's-
she just
you know, he's doing
wrote
the best
on
he
piece
can.
of paper
He's,
and
you know,
she
trying to talk to
memorized it
people
and
who
then
stop
she
by.
performed it
He's trying to
on
tell
live.
them,
It's just
to be kind
stupid.
to animals, but he doesn't really know what's going on because he doesn't have a cell phone and he doesn't even know really what the internet is. So I said, well, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go here, like not every day, but often, and I'm gonna try and talk to him and tell him what's going on with the factory farms and the billions of chickens that are being harmed. I said, did you guys know that they crush the baby boy chicks in blenders because they can't lay eggs? And the priest said, what? I said, and the nun said,
Of course the roosters and male chickens can't lay eggs. They're male. A guy cannot give birth, okay? Only a female can give birth. Obviously, have you ever seen a rooster lay an egg before? There's no such thing. How can a rooster lay an egg? It's a male. Males can't reproduce, okay? Female can reproduce through giving birth.
said, oh my God. So yeah, and you know, I told them all about it. I told them each, you know, a couple of times because sometimes they were just like, you know, just kind of busy and getting interrupted. So I had to repeat myself a couple of times because it was one of those conversations where people come in and out. But anyway, yeah, so here's Jesus. Unfortunately, he can't really help. Yo, Jesus, don't worry. I'm going to come by, okay? And I'm going to let you see my cell phone. Can you see it from here? I'll show you the screen. I'll explain to you everything that's going on. All right? Yeah, I'll show you the different footage. You can watch Dominion with me and Earthlings and Cowspiracy and Forks Over Knives, all of it.
Jesus is not an alien, okay? Somebody needs to give this woman a slap in the face, okay? Because, as I said, attacking somebody just because they don't agree with you is one thing. But if you're attacking us because our belief does not, you know, fulfill your happiness, then I think this is where I have to draw the line and say, this is just stupid.
All right? So, you know, we're all doing our best in the world. You guys, make sure that if you go to church, that you talk to your priests and your ministers and you tell them how important it is that we're kind to animals going forward.
No.
And I want to thank everybody from this incredible building here who was so open to me, so honest and so kind
This is very wrong.
about, you know, expressing themselves and saying, you know, how they didn't know yet. So that was sort of cute. And that they say that going forward, they're going to try to be as vegan as possible. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe.
Talk a little bit more about this very weird lady, this vegan teacher. Okay, as I said before, this woman is crazy in the sense that she does a lot of stupid videos like this, where she posts random things about veganism and how people are so dumb that they're not doing their part to help the environment and carbon footprint and so forth. Yes, I do understand that it's a problem, but if you're going to, as I say, if you're going to keep continuing attacking people's and their beliefs, and if you're going to keep attacking the church and, you know, insulting Jesus and insulting our belief and insulting, you know, what we do, then I think this is where we need to stop and say that you're not welcome. Second of all, is that the story that she talks from this whole 10-minute video is rubbish, because none of that actually happened. I know, I did my research. She did not talk to the priest. She did not talk to the nuns. She did not even talk to anybody there about vegans. She did not even go to church. She did not go to church. She is just a woman, a 56-year-old woman, senile, crazy, demented, probably delusional, that she thinks she can save the world by just posting a video and saying that I talked to Jesus and apparently he has no idea and this and that. And thirdly, you cannot compare the Holocaust to animal cruelty. It's totally different, okay? Animals and humans are both different in their category. Humans were above the food chain. Animals are way below us, okay? And you cannot compare the destruction of mankind the same way as you compare animal cruelty. It's not the same. For hundreds of years, animal cruelty, probably they were just being eaten as food. And throughout humanity, lives were lost, probably families were killed and destroyed, and loved ones were gone because of wars and fighting and this and that. Why aren't you fighting for the cause of saving lives of humanity rather than saving animal lives? I mean, I understand maybe if you're a vegan, you want to eat your own plant-based foods, go ahead, do whatever you want with your life. Sure, no problem. We respect you for that. And we applaud you, you know. But we're appalled at one thing, is that just because you preach and say things about vegans are this and that and animal cruelty and this and that, doesn't mean everybody in this world is going to believe you. Okay? This is why a lot of people hate vegans, because you keep posting rubbish like this to a point where it gets very annoying, it gets very frustrating. We do not want to pay attention to you, we do not want to listen to you, and we do not care. Okay? In Christianity, we're supposed to love everybody, and that's true. We love everybody. But if you notice something, that Jesus, he loved people, but he was hard on their sins. Like the woman who was actually having the issue of being a prostitute, she was about to be stoned to death, and Jesus said, go and sin no more. He was gentle with her as a human being, but he did not like the sin that she committed, so he said, go and sin no more. So lady, I think that you need to stop doing these videos, because you have a problem and somebody needs to call the police, or maybe call somebody to help her, because she really needs Jesus in her life. Stop changing religions, stop writing stupid songs, and stop talking about Jesus not hearing your prayers, because he does hear prayers. I know, because he answers my prayers, and he knows what I'm going through. So without further ado, guys, I think that's it for the video. This video is a 10-minute video. Sorry if I'm taking a bit long, but I just want to say thank you all so much for support. You know, do leave a like, share, subscribe, comment on the video to help me to prove myself. And do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I do try my best to get my videos out there, but just for the sake of this person, I do not like, actually. But I love her as a person, but I do not like the action she's committing. But I will say is that I am very, very happy that I'm doing these videos for you guys, that I can still make videos despite of the fact that some of the states in Malaysia is going through lockdown and phases. So I hope I can do my best for you guys. But in the meantime, hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so much. God bless you, and please pray for this lady called the vegan teacher. I don't really know her full name, but please pray for her. She really needs Jesus in her life. And please, if you ever want to do something, you know, why don't you feed her a sandwich, okay? Not a vegan one. Maybe give her a carnivore version. Give her all the works. The ham, bacon, cheese, and everything. Make her understand that veganism is destroying her, because she looks like a freaking twig. And she looks like I can use her as a toothpick. So, thank you all so much. Take care, God bless. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.